Welcome to college! As you begin your journey, you will be faced with new and exciting experiences. Many opportunities to explore your identities and values are ahead of you. We've asked current students to share their stories of growth and change to help you through this process. Let's get started.
One characteristic you may explore during college is your religious identity and values. Let's hear what some of our students have to say about how their experience on campus has impacted them.
I'm agnostic. I believe there is a higher being, but I've came in contact with a lot of friends who are not really religious, but they believe in a God and Christianity. And I love religious studies, so I like asking them about it, and it's kind of turning how I see things. So I most definitely think that by the end of my college experience there's going to be something different with that.
When I came to college, I thought, oh, I'm Southern Baptist, and a strong one at that. My father is one, my mother is one, my entire family is one. I have a lot of Catholics in my family, every religion known man. And I keep wondering, why can't it just be Christianity? And then I came to college straight away my freshman year, hated religion, hated it for a good few months. And then I found the church that was perfect. It was non-denominational, and it was the perfect thing. Not perfect, but it was just right for me. And that's when I realized that I shouldn't have strayed away from religion. I should have strayed away from what my parents believe in, not what I believe in. My parents are just questioning a lot of it. They don't really understand what we do. They think it's a little different than what they do, but they're fine with it. My grandma is the one that's more of a struggle with it. She's just confused as to why I go there instead of a Southern Baptist church, since that's how I grew up my entire life.
Research suggests exploring your identity often happens in the following stages. Growing up, many of our beliefs have been passed down, coming from what others have told us to believe. Upon coming to college, many of us will encounter new perspectives and new ways of thinking. This may lead us to see the world differently and adapt a new way of thinking. Eventually, you will feel a sense of ownership with regard to your new beliefs.
While attending college, you will likely explore your racial identity as well. Let's develop this idea further.
Studies have shown college students develop in many stages. For our purposes, we would like to focus on the stage of establishing identity. For many students, college is the first time they are encouraged to explore and establish a racial identity. Here's what the students have to say.
I came from a small town, so the culture, there's so much diversity here with foreign people and different races. But I also kind of expected that. I didn't realize that I was going to live in an international dorm though, so that was pretty awesome. I like that.
I realized that there are more people who are like me, because growing up in Maryland, you were either black or white, you weren't in between. And so when I came to college, there was a lot more people who were like me. I don't know what I consider myself. When people ask me, I'm just my dad is black and my mom's Hispanic. I don't really say I'm mixed or that I'm Hispanic. I just say my dad is black and my mom is Hispanic, and then they can call me what they want. I don't care, but I know who I am, and I'm just Karina. And I don't like to identify with one or the other, because then it feels they're gonna be like, oh, so you don't like us, you're too good for us, whichever side you choose. And it's no, but if I like you more, then what can I do?
A lot of my Hispanic side of the family is not really fond of black people, and so anytime I'm with my black friends or I have pictures posted with my black friends, my family likes to criticize that because they don't think that, I guess they think they're kind of above them, but I don't really care because they're my friends and I don't think any differently of them. Even though they had that opinion, I kind of in my mind knew that it wasn't right. And then now I'm more exposed to those kind of people now, and I know even more, they're just ignorant, they don't really know that much.
Finally, many students find themselves encountering new perspectives regarding sexual orientation. Our students shared their differing experiences here on campus. Let's take a look.
Before I came to college, I I was already pretty accepting of my sexuality, and I expected other people to be more open-minded in college because that's kind of like the feel of college. But I was actually pretty shocked with some people that weren't that accepting of it. And I mean, I haven't come encounter with a bunch of people that were like that, but that was something that shocked me.
I'm a lot more open to everything. Like, I have a lot of gay friends, lots of them. And I had them in high school too. My parents weren't that open to them, but like I just got used to it. Like, it was not a thing that I couldn't be used to because we were in band together. Might as well get used to it. And so as soon as I came here, I was like, oh, you're supposed to shun them. That's how I've been taught. And so I never did that, but it always struck a chord with me. And so I get here and they say it's completely opposite, not to do that at all. And it's just eye-opening to see all of that.
Many students see a shift in their values when they come to college, especially regarding their acceptance of different sexual orientations. Students of all sexual orientations often follow the same path when it comes to exploring their identity. At any point in your life, you may start feeling confused about your attraction to others. This leads to people comparing themselves against how they feel they should act. A person will start to tolerate these feelings and eventually come to accept them. Once you accept who you are, you will likely begin taking pride in your identity. Finally, your identity becomes an integral part of who you are, no different than any other part of you.
This process isn't always easy though, so it's good to pay attention to any symptoms of distress you may exhibit. These could include disengaging from campus friends and activities, spending more time at home, becoming frustrated or angry, or losing track of who you are. Regardless of whether you are distressed or not, it is important to know where your campus resources are. As you come to campus, take the time to get to know your campus and what resources are available to you.
Good luck on your journey!